With Grant Ramey, Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com, continuing our position previews on the defensive side of the ball, talking about the secondary, and it's a big puzzle with a lot of pieces, Grant. The question is, who are the corner pieces, who are the edge pieces, and what does it look like in the middle?
I think Josh Heupel and his staff probably just happy to have the puzzle pieces and not be looking for them under the couch or wherever they are, and actually having some options and trying to figure out how these pieces are going to fit together. There's some veteran pieces, obviously. There's guys that have been around for a while, but yeah, the question is going to be which four are your best four, which five are your best 5, 6, whatever the number is. How quickly can you find those guys? How quickly can they establish themselves and play with some consistency in the back end, because we just didn't see it a ton last year, but they really didn't have as many options as they do now.
Yeah, when you look at them at cornerback, it's pretty fascinating because it is a position young players can play early. So where does Jordan Matthews fit in? Ricky Gibson, Christian Conyer, those new guys. Then you throw in, where's Danico Slaughter? Corner or a different position? Kamal Haddon, is he really put it together with some consistency? Because I don't know that any of us really thought he would be back.
Right.
Brendan Turnage, if he could stay healthy, has made some plays. So Willie Martinez suddenly has, not even mention Warren Burrell, has 5 or 6 guys that can athletically do the things that you're looking for.
It's a good problem to have. I mean, what we saw against Kentucky from Danico Slaughter, and after that, later on in the season, at corner was excellent. Kamal Haddon, what he did in the spring, obviously it makes you feel good about what's moving forward for him, but you're still going to have to see it in the fall, and then once the schedule starts, see it consistently in games. And those young guys you talked about, yeah, he has options for once, and it's a really good problem to have, and you would assume that competition is going to bring out the best at all those positions. So there's going to be a battle there instead of just throwing somebody out there.
Yeah, unlike when Alontae Taylor and Bryce Thompson were given pads and said, hey, you're a starter.
You're not playing Anthony Anderson against Alabama or whoever that was.
Right, so you do have bodies and things to work with on the outside. We'll see what those 2 or 3, 4 guys are, potentially even rotating some guys there. Then you get to the safety position, and then it gets a little bit interesting. Wesley Walker, you think, is going to be one safety. Then where is Jalen McCullough's? Where's even his status with this team, right? Later in this month, he's going to go for an arraignment. He's got the off-the-field issue that won't go away. He certainly did not play great all year last year. The question at that safety spot opposite Walker, I think, is maybe the biggest question mark of the secondary.
It is, and with Jalen, he's still here, it feels like, and he's just stuck around for so long that you feel like he's going to be part of that solution until he's not part of that solution, until you see otherwise. I think you brought in Walker to play, and I think he showed you that he can play. I think you feel good there, but that other spot, yeah, there's a lot of questions to answer. That's probably one of the biggest ones in the secondary, and it kind of starts with McCullough because he just keeps sticking around, and you just keep wondering about what his future is. If he's going to be here, he's probably going to play.
Yeah, but then you look at a guy like Jordan Thomas, who made some plays on special teams, and you think maybe athletically he's better than McCullough is. Can he step in there, but can he play with the consistency that Tim Banks is looking for back there? Same with Christian Charles.
I think athletically, that's the place to start. Put your best athletes on the field, whatever the position is. If they can play it, if they can establish a little bit of consistency and they can give you some production there, that's a good place to start. Just being an athlete, getting your best athletes on the field and see what they can do.
Yeah, and so Jordan Thomas, Christian Charles, little competition there. Then at the star position, Tamarion McDonald seems to have that locked down. But where's his backup? Where's the depth at that position? And is that a corner who slides in and plays? They experimented some in the spring, but it feels like in fall camp at the start, Grant, they're going to continue to move some guys around as they try to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, and you feel good about Tamarion. You got to feel good about having somebody like that that's been around a little bit, that's played ball here, that's gotten his snaps over the last couple of years. So you feel good starting there at least. Who knows what it's going to be behind him, but like we've been talking about this whole time, you've got options and you've got bodies to shuffle in there and figure out who's going to give you the best option there as quality depth, not just depth.
Yeah, and a pass rush off the edge would help that group a lot better. As this coaching staff has said, they want that secondary to play more aggressive than they did a year ago. We'll see what the puzzle pieces look like and how much more effective that group can be this fall as they compared to where they were a year ago. He's Grant Ramey, Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com.